Welcome back. Let's quickly give you an update from the UEFA Champions League as we promised. And that's it. There you have it. Leicester looking like they might be able to do it. West Morgan giving them that goal. And as it stands, Cosmos, I mean,
it's game on.
If they can keep this or score more.
If they can keep this, they have qualified because of that away goal.
That crucial away goal.
And of course, Wes Morgan, the unlikely person to score a goal in this tie, is really going to be a very interesting one. Let's see whether Sevilla will be able to, respond, or maybe Leicester will just keep it like this. And it's a good thing for them because they are actually on the right track. So let's just see how it goes.
All right, 31 minutes of football in both games. The other game is still goalless as we speak. And that's it. Juventus still holding a 2-goal advantage over Porto. All right, we were having a discussion with our friend Lofty Wada, so we just go back to Lofty now. Lofty was talking about our own Rangers and Zamalek and the possibility of Rangers doing what some people are already calling an impossible task. Lofty.
Yes, I was saying that you are having a good point, saying that it's possible for Rangers because Zamalek had, as you surely remember, they had problems and they were on the brink. They were on the brink of elimination against Wydad Casablanca in last CAF Champions League semis when they won 4-0 in Cairo. And they lost 5-2, and without Stanley Ohauchi heartbreaker for Wydad fans, they wouldn't have qualified and would have seen one of the greatest comebacks in African football. So I think yes, they have this in mind, and they also managed. They were also in the situation of Rangers also in 2015 when they had to win 4-0. It was an even bigger task. They had to win 4-0 to eliminate Etoile in CAF Confederation Cup, and they failed, and they only won 3-0. So yes, I think they have this in mind. I think because many of the players were there, and I think yes, and even this time Zamalek, even the board members, the team players, and even the coaching staff say that it's not over yet. They want to go there to win, etc., etc. So I think yes, there's a possibility. There's a total possibility to see Rangers winning, but to see Rangers qualifying, obviously. But it will open Zamalek plenty of space, and they could catch them on the counter because let's be honest, Zamalek won't be in Enugu to have most of the possession. They will only operate on counters, obviously, I think.
All right, Lofty, let's switch gears now and talk about the elections. For the first time since 1988, we're talking about the CAF elections now, especially for the post of the president. It seems that Issa Hayatou this time is facing a serious challenge.
Yes, he is facing, it seems, a real challenger with Ahmed, the president of Madagascar FA. It seems that Ahmed has managed to get some votes from the COSAFA bloc, as you said in the beginning of the show. It seems also that but yes, it's probably the biggest battle of his life, to be honest, of Ahmed, because and also he has some things which are not in his favor, because for instance he's not a major figure of African football like a man like Issa Hayatou can be, or even a man like Danny Jordan, or these kind of big boys, who have been around the African football since a while and who are very popular among FAs, etc. So I think this is first of all the major problem he's facing, and secondly also the major problem he's facing at Mayes. Will the countries which have announced that they will vote for him, which will they keep their promise, or will they change their mind on Thursday and vote for Issa Hayatou. I think that's also the main main problem. Yeah.
That takes me to the next question. Are you expecting any block votes? Maybe the guys in CAF or COSAFA, some of those guys have promised to do it, but do you think it can happen?
I think personally, I have always, we have always heard about those blocks to make, for instance, to get rid of someone. And I think personally that the main question, I said, I think is the fact will they walk the walk and talk the talk, as we say, because if it will only even if in a certain way, even if he gets Ahmed gets the votes of CAF, I think it couldn't be enough because Hayatou has Africa. He's pretty much even if he has, for instance, he had problems with North Africa, for instance, countries. He's still pretty loved. He's still pretty supported there in some FAs. So yes, I think for me, I don't see why Mr. Issa Hayatou won't be elected again. I think he will be elected easily, but not as easily as in the past, but still easily. Yeah.
All right. An interesting issue just came up. Let's talk about some football associations that are having cases, like Cameroon, CAF dissolved their FA, and today the Egyptian FA as well having cases in court. How will these countries vote? Will they be allowed to vote? Will their votes be null and void? I mean, what's going to happen? It's interesting to know.
I think yes, it will be pretty interesting because it could be probably a weapon of Ahmed, for instance, if he loses the election to say that if they vote, their vote could cancel the election. But I think yes, as you surely know, they will. For instance, Cameroon, whatever the candidate or whatever the FA president they offer their voice to Issa Hayatou, and it should be also the case with Egypt because either, for instance, the Hani Abu Rida, who is the current president and was also in a certain the former president of the FA, is a very close friend to him. So yes, I think it won't change as much as anything because for me it's only a matter of how he will win. Of how Issa Hayatou will be elected, I think, because I don't see Ahmed, who is not a very popular figure, and there has been also talks about a probable and possible, for instance, some COSAFA member could vote for Issa Hayatou, although they officially afford in a Congress their support to the Madagascar man, and so I think yes, I think Issa Hayatou will definitely win because Mr. Ahmed is pretty new in the business as we can say, and yes, I think because of that.
Okay, Lofty, before we let you go, let's just do this. Those countries that have made a public declaration, either for Hayatou or for Ahmad, is it possible within the next 2 days, all of them are in Addis Ababa now in Ethiopia, is it possible to have them change their minds? Those ones, not the ones sitting on the fence, those ones who have made public declaration.
I think yes, it's definitely possible. I think, and that's at my probably the most likely scenario at my eyes because it's formidable to talk about, to say yes, we won't change, etc., but when it comes to make it true, it's tougher, because you have, for instance, you have Ahmed who just weirdly, it's probably a coincidence or whatever, but whenever he announced that he would become a CAF presidential candidate, Madagascar were stripped the rights of a youth competition. I think it's under 17 AFCON or something like this, and they were awarded to Gabon, who are, as you know better than me, who are very friendly and very close to Issa Hayatou. So yes, I think there's also those kind of in a certain way, there's those kind of threats in a certain way, because if so, I think at my age it could change many things, and I expect many, especially in Kosafa, where the first to speak about supporting Mr. Ahmed. I think many of them in the D-Day will change their mind and vote for Issa Hayatou, who is just there, who is more powerful, who has better networks, etc., and more famous also.
All right, Lofty, I want to thank you for your time. Always good listening to you and giving us your insights on the show. We'll do this again some other time. Thank you very much. That's been our friend, Lofty Wada, African football expert.